We are live. It's been a while since I've been live. This is great. Fired up. Got some college football 26 action for the first time on this channel officially. Boy, am I excited. UTEP was an absolute blast last year. If you missed the finale, I posted it this past Sunday before this new game came out. We won the national championship, and man, it was in such epic fashion. That is what I love about the sport. I love so many things about the sport. What am I saying? So, let me set the stage a little bit here. So we are doing a Dynasty Decider playoff, and I think you already know what it is. If you didn't check out the video that explains it all, go check that out, because that is definitely where you'll see all of the best explanations for why I want to choose each team. There's 4 teams in it. It's Old Dominion and Wake Forest, as you see here, and then later on tonight you'll get a chance to see UConn and Florida Atlantic. We're going to do 5-minute quarters, and watch it right now. We're going to even out the teams' overalls, so the highest overall team will take both of those overalls for all of both teams. Even matchups. I'm going to sim it. We're going to watch it, and the winner of all of this is going to be my Dynasty team for this year. That's the whole story. So let me just show you this first. I want to get this right. Where is it? No, not that. So this here is a look at the College Football 26 Dynasty Decider playoffs. Yeah, by Therios, which is me. So, first game on the left, second game on the right, and we will be playing, as you see there, at the beautiful Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. Oh, I'm ready for this one. Let's get this underway. Not controlling a team, we would like to sim it. Hello, Alex K. How we doing? So, what are we gonna do here? So I think if we do custom or something, I guess we could just do the Sun Bowl, probably, and that'll get us to the Sun Bowl. The bowl named after the stadium. Oh, the Fenway Bowl, I forgot that was in here. That's cool. Las Vegas, Skater, Sun Bowl, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Alright, so we're just gonna do all Sun Bowl all night. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Let's do Clear Skies, 6 p.m. ODU would be pretty sick. They are probably the most random team in this Dynasty playoff. Accelerated clock doesn't matter. Just making sure we have this all set. And I think we do. I'm going to turn up the volume and shut up so you can watch the intro, because these are pretty awesome.
Hello and welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City, today at the historic Sun Bowl, as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
Yep, I figured it out. Little technical difficulties. Let me get the audio back to where it was. Oh, fired up. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. College football is back on this channel, and I am so excited for what this game is going to bring. I'm telling you, College Football 26 is going to be one to remember. This could end up being one of the best games we've ever seen. I claim kind of, I don't know where this really comes from. I think it's because I grew up with it. It was one of the first games I ever played. College Hoops 2K8 is one of the greatest games to ever come out, video games. It executes exactly what a video game is supposed to for a college football game, and I loved it so much. I used to play it all the time. I love college sports. I love UConn basketball. I'm all about college sports, so this kind of thing fires me up. When college football was announced that it was coming back, couldn't have been more excited. Got the PS5 pretty much for this reason, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I'm just so excited for all of it. UTEP was a good appetizer for what this Dynasty series, year after year thing I'm gonna do is going to be all about. Love the way we're doing it. And I love that the Tony the Tiger logo is on these jerseys. It looks kind of sick. Shout out to my friends from El Paso, though. Look at this beautiful stadium their team gets to play in. It's a shame the team has not really been good for a long time. We figured it out in College Football 25 as Old Dominion hit a big play here with Devin Roach, little number 3, an elite running back in college football video games. I did an online Dynasty with Old Dominion last year. I'm going to spoil some of the reasons why I took these teams. Wake Forest, I told you all about it in the video, but Old Dominion, the Monarchs, which I see we got some Old Dominion fans in the chat already. Really, really fun option. Totally random. I don't think I've ever seen an Old Dominion Dynasty in this game or last year's game yet, so I'd love to be a first. And here's the reasons. You're looking at one of them. These jerseys are fantastic. It's like we're a knockoff UNC, but we've got a crown. We're the Monarchs. It's like a lion. We're like college football royalty. That's what we could end up being if we were Old Dominion. And that dude right there at running back, he was an absolute monster in my online Dynasty last year with them. Devin Roach is a beast. Could win a Heisman. He's so good. He's only 5'7", 5'8", but he's so quick and shifty. Definitely going to be fun to use this team if we get them. And they're moving the ball right now. I think that's Colton Joseph at quarterback. This could be a time to learn about these two teams if we take that opportunity, but I'm gonna do my own research and let the game play for a little bit.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught behind the line. It's caught. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that run.
Well, we're going to tune back in here for a long third down for the Monarchs, who may be in field goal range. If they can get enough yards, they will definitely be. And a good hit there from the Wake Forest defensive end. Knocks Colton Joseph on his ass, and it looks like it's going to be a field goal opportunity. Ethan Sanchez, of course I know the name. That's how you know I did this Dynasty last year, is a very good kicker. He's accurate. He's not necessarily the most powerful, but they are going to go for it here, and it's not Ethan Sanchez. It can't be. Is it? I don't know, but the kick is up from Old Dominion, and the Monarchs have taken the lead here. The first team to score in this year's college football Dynasty Decider playoff here in El Paso. The Monarchs lead Wake Forest.
So much energy in this building, and the visiting team drives down the field.
What is that last name? Gallagher?
Gallagher?
He's got arm sleeves for a kicker. He looks more like a linebacker out there. He's a big kicker. For the Mons. Is there another nickname for Old Dominion? I know ODU is, that's pretty much how they get referred to, but the Monarchs, is it like Roll Tide? Did you say Roll Mons? Roll Monarchs? I don't know, but there's, oh, God, he's got 99 speed this year. That's crazy. He only had 90 last year. I'm telling you, Devin Roach is a monster. This would be a crazy, crazy Dynasty. Full of Devin Roach if they win. But it is Wake Forest on offense now. And to be honest, I only know one thing about Wake Forest because I saw them live when they came to play UConn last year. I was at that game. Wake Forest plays a style of offense that very few people have ever tried. It's probably the only time you've ever seen it. It's so strange. The slow mesh is what they call it, or the slow RPO. It's so strange if we get to see it in this sim. But not yet. This quarterback's mobile. Gotta look into Wake Forest a little bit, but they are pretty much the bottom feeders in the ACC, which is a bigger conference now. I don't know if it's necessarily tougher. Pac-12 schools that joined it, which annoyingly they may have to take out of the ACC if they win this. I hate the conference realignment. But Wake Forest would be a fun option. Smallest stadium in all of Power 5, but another reason to like Wake Forest for a dynasty, man. The Demon Deacons. Recruiting. And you know, it's funny, like, you pick a team for recruiting reasons to be a challenge. You pick Hawaii, because you can only recruit Hawaii kids. This year in Dynasty, recruiting high school players within your region is going to be much easier than going out of region. So if you want to go visit a kid from California, it's going to take a lot longer. Robbie Ashford, the quarterback for Wake Forest, taking off there. But I like that. I like that if I'm UConn and I want to go scout a kid from Washington State, it's going to take a lot longer, even if he's a good fit. So recruit within the region, that is definitely going to take less time and be easier. But why is Wake Forest such a recruiting challenge? Well, they're in North Carolina, and in that region of the country, there are tons of good teams. Ooh, look at Robbie Ashford go for Wake Forest. Damon Deacon's inside the red zone now. 45 yards on his last 2 rushes. This dude's an athlete. I love that potential, but yeah, so you got to think about the teams around Wake Forest that are going to be competing for North Carolina kids. UNC with Bill Belichick, NC State, Clemson, South Carolina, Coastal Carolina, UVA, Virginia Tech, all of these schools, Tennessee, all of the SEC schools, Georgia, Georgia Tech. You know, they're all within region of Wake Forest, and that is going to make it harder to get kids from the area to come play for us, but that's what I want. I want it to be a challenge. Why do you think we picked Old Dominion? Such a low overall team. And then you take this challenge, you take the low overall Wake Forest, and you think about Forest. Like Nottingham Forest. For my soccer fans that may hopefully watch this someday, I just think about the trees of Nottingham Forest. Had an awesome season last year in the Premier League, even though they couldn't get it done in the end.
Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Makes the catch.
Wake Forest over the middle here. It's going to be 3rd and 7 inside the red zone for the Demon Deacons. Beautiful, beautiful setting here in El Paso. My God, what a stadium. It is a shame they have not been able to fill this other than a Coldplay concert in a long time. It's a good fan base. I made some friends within the UTEP fan base last year.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw
Ooh,
for it.
Robbie Ashford is stopped at the 1-yard line. I was almost certain he got in.
Have the first down.
Alex, are you saying it's like football, like footy? That's, I mean, I get that, believe me. It's Liverpool Football Club, not soccer club. However, I am from the United States. I'm not just going to call it football just because we're watching football right now. We're watching American football. Believe me, I know it's called football, though. That's what we're talking about. As Wake Forest have 2nd and goal from the 3 here in a 3-0 ball game with just over 3 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter here. Demon Deacons are driving inside Old Dominion territory. Robbie Ashford drops back. Old Dominion's bringing the pressure, and it's Jason Henderson, one of the highest overall players at a G5 school or whatever you call it. This dude is electric. He is one of the best linebackers of the low conference teams. I think he's a 90+ overall. He was last year. And the Old Dominion faithful up in that corner going absolutely nuts. 4 wide for Wake Forest on the left. They are going to go that way. It's a screen. Old Dominion converges, and it's going to be 4th down here for Wake Forest. I can imagine they're going to kick the field goal. I would like to be aggressive here. Old Dominion fans loving that defensive effort from their Monarchs, though. As Mo Bamba rings in the background.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit.
Kick is up.
That thing would have hit a
And the kick is good. Wake Forest has tied this ball game up. Hasn't necessarily been high flying, but this has been a good start to this game. Entertaining for both sides. Very even matchup, as the overall suggests. And both teams have got a field goal to start this one. 2:24 to play, and the Demon Deacons are going to kick it back to Old Dominion, who will have a chance to take the lead before the half here. Devin Roach on the return only gets out to the 16. Wear and tear is a real thing with Devin Roach with how little he is, and the Mons are back on offense. I'm just going to start calling him the Mons. There is Devin Roach spinning! Devin Roach avoiding the ref. Big gain for the little man from Baltimore. Another epic shot of that Sun Bowl here. So we're going to hit the 2-minute warning here in a tie ball game. Old Dominion and Wake Forest. Kicking off our college football 26 Dynasty decider. How is everybody doing? How we doing in the chat? Alex, Star Beast, what up?
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on 1st
Colton
down.
Joseph over the middle.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Butler. And
Short
they pick
gain.
up just a few on that
Only
completion.
2 minutes to go. You know what I'm interested to see? Something that I hated last year in college football 25 was clock logic with the CPU. Playing against the CPU. They'd have under 2 minutes and they'd be hurry up every time. Passing, not running. Not, just frantic offense. And it would never really work out for them. And if it would, it would. Oh, it's a big play here for Old Dominion. Butler down the sideline.
Ripped off a huge shot.
Huge. Over 100 yards now is Colton Joseph. Here come the Monarchs. But yes, so I've been very curious to see this because AI logic and the AI clock management I really wasn't sure about last year. It was pretty shoddy. And as they run into the Demon Deacon there on the sideline, and the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is starting to pick up a little bit of pace. Big play there for the Monarchs.
And the Monarchs have it
Let's
with a
listen
1st
in.
and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick completion to the right. And
Did you
just a
see that
short,
hit
safe
there?
Pass play, they pick up a few.
That dude got absolutely rocked. Big 3rd down here for Old Dominion. Would be nice if they can get a touchdown for their sakes. For Wake Forest to hold them to a field goal here would be very nice.
But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown.
Close.
and just
Definitely
didn't
close.
look the ball
Very,
in.
very nice. You love to see the Australian in the chat.
They took a shot in the end zone just
So what is it? It's right now for me. I'm in Connecticut. I'm in the U.S. It's 8:18 p.m.
For the 2nd time tonight, they'll try
From
to
what I
find
remember,
the
got an Australian
kicker.
friend
And
in
he'll try
the
to keep that
FC
smooth
sim that I'm in.
leg swing going
As
for the
Old
2nd
Dominion
time
makes
today.
it 6-3 here with just under a minute to play in the 2nd quarter, as we look forward to halftime soon. But yeah, so I think it's around. It's like late morning, I think, for you. But that's nice. You had the day off, Star Beast. Very nice. That's Stranding 2. Can't say I ever heard of that actually. Got high though. Fucking love to see that, bro. Canada! What's up, Canada? Shout out Zachary Brault-Biard. AC Capri legend. Wake Forest back on offense here with not a lot of time. Let's see it again here. Let's see in the sim what kind of logic we get. Timeout here for the Demon Deacons, and they didn't get the 1st down, so I like to see that. Let's see if they push it down the field here. Let's see if the AI realizes the urgency of the situation. Something I've definitely wanted to see improvements with. Play action, and he steps out of bounds. That's a fantastic play for Wake Forest. What's up, Canada? We got Australia. This is great. And I'm American. Let's see how many countries we can represent by the end of the night.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
9 a.m. Yeah, it is a big country. Hey, I definitely get that. Oh, a nice pass over the middle here. And the clock is going to stop, but they are not going to risk it here. Wake Forest with 1 timeout remaining. 20 seconds to go. Now across the 50.
Timeout is the second one they've used this half.
Robbie Ashford looking, finding his man. And they're going to call their 3rd timeout with 16 seconds left. I'd like to say they're in field goal range. I would have preferred to see them hustle to the ball with the clock stopped on the 1st down and spike it there so they can save the timeout and get a little further. But 16 seconds left. As long as they stop the clock and get forward, they can get themselves a field goal here. Robbie Ashford with it. Running. Can he get out of bounds? No, he's going to slide. And he did not get the first. Clock's going to run. Wake Forest has to hurry up here. These fans are oblivious to the situation. And we're just going to go straight to halftime. The Demon Deacons fail to get a playoff. Kind of ridiculous there. And I can't necessarily say there was much they could have done, but Robbie Ashford has got to do better there and get it out of bounds or throw it away. That was poor execution. And it's 6-3 Old Dominion at the half. Very even game, which I like. I love that.
Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
We'll try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
All right, and we are back at the start of the second half here. Wake Forest going to get the ball first here. Another chance to go down the field. They were moving it, except they ran out of time to end the first half. So it is the Demon Deacons on offense here with Robbie Ashford under center. And here comes Old Dominion. Big sack. Alex, talk to me about your FIFA save. What's the team? Who you signing? Love hearing stories. If you haven't joined my Discord yet, as Chris Trinidad, great name, gets the sack there. If you haven't joined my Discord yet, the link is in all the descriptions to all of my FC videos with Capri. I don't know if I've linked it in the college football videos yet, but go join the Discord. Chat with me on the side, talk about your career modes, talk about anything you're doing that's fun. Deep ball here, and the receiver drops it. It's going to be 3rd and 18, and Old Dominion coming out in this half with an electric start on defense, and you can see the whole right side of the stadium is loving that. Academy players, one signing each season. That kind of sounds like FC Destiny. I'm loving that. I like the, as Wake Forest is not going to get it here. Old Dominion coming out in the second half, looking good. Wake Forest has got to step it up if they're going to get back in here. It's an Italian-created club. All right, yeah, that sounds a lot like FC Destiny this year. Love that. Love to hear that, dude. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, the FC Destiny format is fun for me. I love that you're doing it, too, in that way, I guess. But you get the academy players, which gives you that randomness, and you also get the real signings. Not a lot of them, just a sprinkle of them, but it's a great mix. I love it. And it's a little bit realistic, even though, of course, it's going to be a little bit different. Jeez, Devin Roach taking a beating there. He actually broke a tackle, which was crazy. Yeah, a little inspiration. I love it, man. I love it. That's awesome. Actually just finished recording a Capri episode tonight, and it was, I mean, to be honest, the episode that's going to come out tomorrow with AC Capri, episode 56, man, some of the best dramatics in this series yet. As Devin Roach bounces off tackles, Devin Roach is taking over this game with that run alone. Did you see that? 5'0" and breaking tackles here by giants. That was sick. That was so sick. This guy is a serious inspiration right now.
They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on
Holton Joseph back. Looking, finding Old Dominion. if they can get themselves a touchdown on this drive, are going to be in great position to win this game. 5-minute quarters does not leave a lot of time for offensive possessions. So any scores are big in these playoffs. But the Monarchs are driving here, and like I said, a touchdown would be massive. They're not going to get the first down here, and this is a big third down for Wake Forest. They can stay right in this game if they can make a stop, but also comes with a decision. If you're Old Dominion, and you don't get this here, is this 4-down territory. This is a high-stakes football game on the line.
You can tell they were, that's why they got the first down.
And the Monarchs really need to keep
Oh, that is a great play there, and Colton Joseph is going to pick up the first down. Very, very nice read on the option, and he is fired up. Roach will probably transfer. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing, so we'll have to get the most out of Devin Roach in one season if Old Dominion does win the playoff. But I'm hearing there's a lot of players transferring out after one season right now. I actually won't be starting this Dynasty series until I get back from vacation. I'm going on vacation, or holiday as they call it in the UK, starting next week, actually starting Saturday, so trying to get out as much content as I can before I go, and then I'll be back in a week, so I'm going away for a week. But yeah, so in that time I will be prepping a hype video for this series, whoever wins, and I'll say it now, probably be designing a new channel logo. Still going to be Therios. I just think we need a rebrand from the green. I thought I was going to do the whole green, red, and white vibe for Italy, because we went to Capri this season. Oh, big sack there from Wake Forest. I'll go back to the game. That is huge for the Demon Deacons. Sets up a field goal here, which will inevitably keep them in this game, but we have yet to see a touchdown in this game. E.J. Williams getting to the quarterback. That's some good hard-nosed football in this one here in El Paso. But yeah, so those will be my little projects while I'm on vacation. Can't always just step entirely away. I love this channel. But I'll work on another Capri episode, which I'll get tomorrow. Maybe I'll have time to record one for over the break, as Old Dominion takes the lead and extends their lead 9-3 now in the duel of field goals. But yeah, definitely gonna get a hype video while I'm gone that I can work on. But this series is not going to start for a little while, so the final will be Friday. Leave our vacation on Saturday. Yeah, and then we'll do a little rebranding type video, and this series will get underway when I get back. And we're setting up for a very, very good finish to the Capri series. To fumble! Who picked it up? Did Old Dominion pick that up? Oh no, Wake Forest retained. I just noticed where the possession thing is. Still getting to the score bug at the bottom. New score bug this year, which I really like. I really like it. It's a little bit smaller, but it covers everything. Old Dominion Wake Forest running the ball. And Wake Forest can take the lead with a touchdown here still.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on
it's going to get very, very interesting as we head to the fourth quarter here in El Paso. 9-3 Old Dominion leads. It's a one-score game, and the team that is losing has the ball right now. Old Dominion's got to be thinking, just get a stop and close this one out. Wake Forest has got to be thinking, get in the end zone, and maybe we can hold them off and get to that final. It's going to be a good finish here.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to
Let's listen in for a little bit.
Period of this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes in the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Claiborne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast up.
Let's check back in here. This is a really big moment in this game, especially for Wake Forest. 3rd and 20. I don't think they're going to get it.
Great job going, getting him on the ground.
But what are they going to do on 4th down if they don't? Robbie Ashford. Dancing. Robbie Ashford. Going down. Old Dominion with a big defensive play. They have been all over them in this one.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive line.
And things are looking good for the Monarchs right now. Koa Natoa gets the sack. The fans from Norfolk are going crazy, and they have got an opportunity to close this one out now. 6-point game. And Old Dominion now has the ball around the 50. A field goal essentially kills this one off. Wake Forest has to get a stop. Big passing play there. Holton Joseph finds his man, and that is a great start for Old Dominion in this one. The Monarchs are feeling real good in this.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Monarchs using all of the clock here. Colton Joseph takes the snap.
To the air on first down.
Looking towards the sideline. He's got a man, and he misses him, and the clock stops. I don't know why you wouldn't run there. If you run the clock out, you can even kick a field goal and put yourself 2 scores up right now. There is really no reason to be passing, but the Monarchs are risky. And right now, they're giving Wake Forest a little bit of a chance. Devin Roach trying to spin his way through a crowd, and he's injured. Helped up by his teammates, but it's going to be 3rd and 9 now. 2:40 to play. The injury timeout stopped the clock again. Not good for Old Dominion, giving Wake Forest a little bit more of the hope. Big 3rd down now. Colton Joseph looking towards the sideline, and it's caught. Under pressure, the receiver hangs onto it, and what a huge play that is for Old Dominion. Chances increasing for that win for the team in white and blue.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. We got the lead late, didn't get the first down.
Colton Joseph, read option. He's gonna pick up an short 3rd and inches. Timeout Wake Forest. Hanging on by a thread at this point are the Demon Deacons. And the highest overall team in the playoff are going to survive a 3rd and inches there. I did not expect that. That's crazy. What is the decision here for Old Dominion? You can kick the field goal. I mean, I think you have to, right? Take it down to 2 minutes, kick the field goal, go up by 2 scores. And it's all but a formality. Old Dominion's defense has really kept them in this one, but 4 drives, 4 field goals for Old Dominion? That's kind of crazy. All almost successful. Oh, they're going for it. I just realized. Devin Roach is going to ice this game. Old Dominion. That is a ballsy move, and I love it. And that is it. That's going to do it right there. Devin Roach and the Old Dominion Monarchs are on to the final here of my decider playoff. They can kneel this one out with no timeouts for Wake Forest. It is a formality at this point. The fat lady is warming up. The clock runs out. And Old Dominion moves on. Let's watch this postgame. Alright, I guess that's it. So the Monarchs move on. In a, I would like to say, epic game, but it really wasn't. It was a formality. Old Dominion really played well in this one. Defensively, offensively, they executed. And a team that I have used in Dynasty last year, but you haven't gotten to see it. A team that I really like. Led by Devin Roach, who I would say is probably the star of this game. 5.7 yards per carry is a great number. Jalen Butler was fantastic. Safety net. 33-yard catch for Roach, but Butler was very good as well. Great effort for the Monarchs, and we are on to game number 2. So who do you guys want in game number 2? Both of you guys that have been active in the chat, which I appreciate, have been 1 for 1 on the are 1 for 1 on the night. So I'm going with the Huskies on the home side. Let's go UConn on the home side. And we want more college football. More commentary from me, which I know you gotta like a little bit. Who are we playing? Oh, we're playing Florida Atlantic. The Owls. I'm gonna stop here briefly to show you the Florida Atlantic uniforms. Look at these. Got little faded palm trees on the side, the state of Florida on the helmet. The aways are so nice. But check out these alternates too. The blue, all blue, and then the all black with the Script Owls logo on the helmet. I love everything about Florida Atlantic's uniforms. Like I said, I think they're the best in the playoffs, so we're going to give them an all-white away, I think. But, yes, Huskies in the chat. I love my UConn Huskies. My home state, my team, the football team has let me down for a long time. I was a fan of this football team back when Donald Brown was around. If you're a UConn fan. Alright, so they're wearing, what are they wearing? They're wearing white blue helmets. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, let's go blue. And maybe we give them a red helmet or something. Let's go blue helmet, black helmet, white and red. Ooh. Look at all these helmet options. Florida Atlantic's they've got tons of options. We're gonna go white and red. I like the way this looked. Yeah, especially with the blue UConn helmet. Let's do this combo. And then let's hit the even it out button. You see all the overalls on the bottom are even. All matching UConns. So let's go. Let's go game number 2. UConn and Florida Atlantic. Texas, Citrus, ReliaQuest. Sun Bowl, 5 minutes. Let's make this the nightcap because it is night here on the east coast of the United States. Clear skies. Huskies and Owls. Let's get it.
Hello and welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City today at the historic Sun Bowl as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
All right, let's go, let's go. Huskies, Owls at the Sun Bowl. Last year, as you probably know at this point, we were UTEP. That's why we're here at the Sun Bowl today, all day, every day, until Friday. But since we were UTEP, that was a little bit more of a Central West Coast feeling dynasty. More, I mean, the Borderlands, really all like that, but look at this guy, 6'6", 236, pure passer at quarterback with belt cap for Florida Atlantic. It's time to see the Huskies and Owls in action. I love this matchup. It's a fun one.
But Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the
But that's sick. Marshall is your first. Marshall is absolutely a school I consider every year. If you're gonna ask, I haven't seen the movie We Are Marshall, and if you're doing a Marshall Dynasty and you haven't seen We Are Marshall, maybe watch it. Maybe that'll fire you up. But it's a good one. Good logo, good Thundering Herd is a great nickname. That's a nice feeling dynasty. That's a good challenge. I've wanted to consider them, but I think I've seen Marshall dynasties on YouTube in the past too, and I like to maybe think a little bit differently and get some different teams out there in the world so that I can be the only one doing it. Because last year, if you missed it, I was the most viewed UTEP college football dynasty series, which I hope to replicate this year with whoever wins this. Deep ball, Florida Atlantic, and he doesn't have it. Oh, so close off the fingertips as Viltkamp gets crushed by the Huskies, who stop Florida Atlantic here in 1 minute. That's nice too. They lost a lot in the transfer. I say that's nice because you can really build a team from the ground up at that point, which I like. That's why I like starting from the very bottom with a lot of series. That's how I found you. Oh, through UTEP. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That UTEP series was a lot of fun. I think about it a lot. If I had more time for the UTEP series, it would have been a lot better. I think having 2 series going at once kind of hurts both a little bit, but I'm committed this year to making the most of each college football video I put out, putting as much effort into those as I do in FC with my Capri series, but also putting more effort into the Capri series. For me, I want it to be more about the value of each video and the quality versus how frequently I put them out. But if I'm able to put them out frequently and care and take the time and figure that all out, yeah, we're going to figure this out and we're going to have a blast coming up. The Huskies are moving it though. UConn coming at him. Appreciate you guys spending time with me in the comments. Spending time with me on this, was it Wednesday night? Hump Day here. With the Huskies and the Florida Atlantic Owls, and the winner will meet the Old Dominion Monarchs in the final of my Dynasty Decider playoff. Will it be the Power Conference school in other sports, the Big East Huskies, the Independent Football Huskies, or the smaller conference, maybe, in football, bigger conference, the American Conference, Owls of Florida Atlantic. Fagnano. Over the middle. Is it Fagnano? I think it's Fagnano. I should know. I literally watched so many of their games last year. They put together a good stretch, this UConn team, at the end of the season last year. Just enough to get into a bowl game. And of all the bowl games they got into, what a bowl game for a New England team to play at Fenway Park. As Joe Fagnano runs and gets the first down, a 12-yard rush.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open.
Joe Fagnano out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, who transferred from UMaine. How about that? Hands the ball off here to the outside. UConn's inside the 10-yard line. Cam Edwards. So UConn, which is interesting here, has a very good offense at the skill positions.
Gives you another
which will be
chance
interesting
to
for a
maybe
dynasty.
continue to run the football.
Quarterback, I think, will be something to address, but receivers for sure are really good for a team of this caliber. As Joe Fagnano takes the handoff down to the 1 yard line. Is he hurt? No, he's just being dramatic.
Down to the 1 yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape. Guys,
How we
break these
doing,
tackles
ladies and
take
gentlemen,
the
boys
distance.
and
This
girls?
offense should keep dialing
How
up
is
these
everybody
option plays.
feeling?
Don't let
Huskies
that
are driving
gain by
on the
QB
1 yard line. 2nd and goal here. Fagnano hands it off. It's Edwards.
He is going
And they're back to the 2 now. Loss of half a yard. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. The Owls D-line standing strong right now at the home of the Miners of Utah. All right, Alex. We'll be here until the end of this game, and then that's it for the night. Handoff. Not getting there. And it looks like we're going to get... once again, not a touchdown. I just want to see a touchdown, man. On stream. A 12-3 game in our first one. Is UConn going to go for it? Come on, Huskies. All right. Take the field goal.
Forcing a 4th down opportunity ahead.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit.
And it's good. 3-0 UConn.
He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew
Every word of that fight song.
they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You got the lead. Everything right now looking
Spell it Connecticut. Connecticut, you. Oh, yes.
Good job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return.
Love UConn Dynasty. Believe me. But I would love a fair chance for some other schools, too.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one
Nothing
period.
happening for Florida Atlantic. Everything happening for the Huskies in that first quarter. Can we see a touchdown in this decider playoff? Huskies fans are sleeveless and loving life in West Texas right now.
We're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Old Dominion watches on as these two teams try to book their ticket for a Friday final against the Monarchs.
slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Feldkamp back to throw. He does have a man over the middle, and he hangs on. First down of the game for Florida Atlantic comes here in the second quarter. But the Owls are officially in this game. They've officially got first down.
Get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Long way to go, though, for the Owls on this drive. I think they are known for being an air raid offense. That's what I've gathered so far through my light research of these four teams. So it'd be nice to see the Owls aired out a little bit, because we have had some big plays in these 1.5 games so far. But we haven't seen a long touchdown. We haven't seen a touchdown here in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl semifinal thing we have going on. Handoff, and UConn's got it covered. Loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. Florida Atlantic hitting the snooze button to start this game, but they need an injection of energy, something. Huskies defense standing strong so far. It is a good defense, but these teams' overalls are even, I'll remind you. Chances are even. Feldkamp over the middle. He's got a man! And Florida Atlantic is into UConn territory. Clutch play there from Wilson. Here come the Owls. Don't doubt those kids from Boca Raton.
Needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Spin cycle. Goodness. Sands with a beautiful run up the middle, and here are the Owls. Back-to-back first downs. That was an electric run. First down from the 38.
I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Veldkamp, quick pass to the outside. Gonna pick up 5. J.R. Wilson, 4 catches on the day now. Having a solid PPR day in fantasy. And we're down to 2 viewers. I appreciate all 2 of you for being here with me on this Wednesday night. Watching some college football 26, the beautiful, beautiful new game that just came out for all of us to really enjoy.
Line getting set on second down.
Gonna pass it to the outside here, and Florida Atlantic's got another first down. Owls continue to move the football. Yes, point towards that first down. Owl faithful.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that
As the
receiver
sun has
making that
completely
catch?
set
He
here
made that
in
look
El
pretty
Paso,
routine. He had
Texas.
that DB draped all over
We
him.
got 2 teams really fighting it out, and that was a new animation there where the receiver barely hung on to it, but fingertips did stick to the ball as he reached out and controlled it.
Just take what the defense
Interesting.
gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the
It
receiver.
is 2nd and 3
Throw an
here.
easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Just outside the red zone are the Owls. Here's Veldkamp, another quick pass. UConn quick to pursuit though. And as Veldkamp reaches 50 yards, Caden Veldkamp's Owls have a 3rd and 2 facing them. And if I was coaching this team, would say to our squad, it is 4 down territory. We are not kicking a field goal to tie this thing up. I want to punch it in. 2 yards. 40 seconds to go. Veldkamp's going to the outside. Another quick pass. It's another J.R. Wilson catch, and the PPR genius that he is continues to have a good first half.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Fagnano, play action. To the outside, he's got his big man. And Florida Atlantic University has scored the first touchdown of the playoff.
And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
What an electric name, too. Jacavion Nonar, the massive tight end threat. I love the look of that guy. Devin Roach is my guy for ODU. I would love to see him in action for those Monarchs, but Jacavion Nonar, how about that? 13 plays, 85 yards, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Florida Atlantic just used the entire second quarter to drive down that field. Couple of big 3rd down conversions, and they are leading this second semifinal here. UConn's going to get just under 30 seconds to go. They're going to have to go a long way, though, with 3 timeouts. Maybe they can get a field goal.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling
That is
be?
not a good decision right there. You got to call timeout. And the Huskies don't really have a lot of urgency with this. Joe Fagnano and I guess Coach Mora in this situation, which would be Coach Therios, but not right now. Not making a wise decision here in my mind. You got to call timeout, push it for a field goal. I don't know what they're doing here. One more play for the Huskies in the half. Down 7-3. Over the middle they go, and that is simply not going to get it done in the half. And the Owls lead here at the half. 7-3. We've got a touchdown on the board. Finally.
In our halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
Florida Atlantic about to put it away and get this
And the second half is kicked off. UConn will start with the ball. They take it out, and that has not worked for a single guy that's taken it out in these 2 games tonight. But 85 yards is what UConn needs, and Joe Fagnano's under the helm. Hands it off to Cam Edwards, spinning, and he's got 8 yards to start this half. Very nice start.
Explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Another handoff here. Edwards has got the first down easily. Offensive line holding strong, and Cam Edwards has 5 rushes for 29 yards on the night, and a first down there here.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
To the
Oh,
air.
Fagnano.
It's Fagnano.
Fagnano.
They'll throw it
He's
to
got
the
5
back
yards
screen.
there.
And the defense had
However
that
you say
well
it.
covered, just a short game there.
I will have to learn how to say it, though.
And many things
So I
have to
better
come
learn.
together perfectly
I've got the
for a
volume so
screen.
low on my monitor,
Big
though, that I
yardage.
can't really hear
And
and
they were
pronounce it.
close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
2nd down coming up.
Another handoff to Cam Edwards here in Florida Atlantic blows it up. 2nd and 5 turns into 3rd and 8.
Great job.
And the Huskies are going to need something here on 3rd and 8.
Guys hold their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to
Otherwise, Florida Atlantic will have a chance to extend their lead. On the 36-yard line, and still a long way to go, it's 3rd and 8 to keep the drive alive. UConn are going to lose it here. It's a fumble. Offensive line picks it up, but how about that name? C.J. Doggett for Florida Atlantic. Getting to the quarterback, sacking him. And the Owls have got the momentum.
They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Huskies came out hot, thought they were going to really take control of this game early, and then since then, it has been all Florida Atlantic making big plays, that long drive to end the first half, and a defensive stop there to start this one, some pressure on the quarterback. The Owls definitely have the momentum. Veldkamp not going anywhere there, though.
Not much working there. It'll be
Hayden Veldkamp. This passing offense would be a lot of fun to get used to at Florida Atlantic. Hayden Veldkamp, the 6'6" quarterback,
dialed in and got that
and
something to go.
Chikavion Nonar, the massive tight end.
Here's 2nd and long.
Good pass over the middle there. Way to hang on to that. 3rd and 3, though, and UConn has a chance here after getting stopped themselves to maybe do something here on defense and get the football back. 3rd and 3.
You got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Got it behind the line. It's Simmons. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Okay. Got a phone call I had to take. And we're back. You guys got to listen to the sights and sounds of college football 26 for a little bit there by yourselves, but I'm back. You can't get rid of me. And the Huskies are driving after that big sack to stop Florida Atlantic. Cam Edwards over the 50-yard line, and the Huskies are in Florida Atlantic territory as we near the end of the third quarter here. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity that can define who my dynasty will be right here if one of these teams goes on to win it. Florida Atlantic in position of this game if they can stop the Huskies from driving right now. And the Huskies in position to take the lead and hold on to the lead with the football here and moving it. 3rd and 5 it's going to be, though. Very, very interesting start to the fourth quarter ahead here in El Paso.
And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping it to the field,
big chance here. UConn on 3rd and 5. Wide open is the receiver, and the Huskies are moving the football. First down, Huskies.
Really nice job there.
Connecticut driving, under 5 to play in the football game, and they're down by 4. Cannot settle for a field goal in this situation in my mind, especially with how long it takes to drive for these simmed teams. And that's 8 more yards for the Huskies as he throws the football at the D-back after getting up. And UConn's starting to feel a little bit better on offense here. You got to watch out for these Huskies. Florida Atlantic finally scored the first touchdown we've seen in this playoff. And then a defensive start to the second half has led to the Huskies regaining momentum. Slow play action there. I don't know what the call was. And it goes incomplete. Luckily for the Huskies, Florida Atlantic was about to get to the quarterback there and create some chaos. Big third down here. Oh, he breaks the tackle! And Florida Atlantic still gets to him. Cam Edwards almost just made the play of the game right there, breaking that tackle and getting the first. I can imagine UConn's going to go for the field goal here on 4th and 1, but I would love to see this team go for it. And they're lining up to go for it on 4th down. This is what it's all about. Just outside the red zone, 1 yard to go. And Cam Edwards is gonna get stuffed. Florida Atlantic survives defensively and has a chance to kill off this game. Still 3:39 to play. A lot of time left. And 3 timeouts for the Huskies, but timeouts aren't going to matter if you can't stop the run. Big one there for the best uniforms in this playoff. Hooty hoo, the Owls are coming after you. Oh boy, I need to stop talking. It's been a long stream. Oh, I don't talk for this much usually in a row. Usually I do short spurts for my other videos and stuff. But here comes Florida Atlantic. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for these kids from Boca Raton. The 2 lower overall teams in this playoff, both in pole position to win both of their games and get to the final. It could be FAU and Old Dominion. That's good for UConn there, though. 5 yards, but he gets out of bounds. Clock stops. No timeout used for the Huskies. 2:53 to play.
You gotta throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
I would love to see an epic finish. Either way, I don't want to see Florida Atlantic just kill this out. And that is definitely going to help the Huskies' chances. 3rd and 9. They use a timeout. Interestingly, in my opinion. 2:50 to go. Lots of time if they can get this stop here. Big play for UConn. Veldkamp is back. He's got plenty of time. Surely someone can get open. He launches it downfield. And it is tipped down by the Huskies. UConn will get the football back with 2:40 to play. And 2 timeouts. They are in position at this point. But Huskies, down by 4, cannot get a field goal in this situation. It has to be 6. We're going to return this punt. First time I've seen that tonight. Hang on to that football. Huskies across the 30. And this is the drive. 2:31 to go. Joe Fagnano and the Huskies. Play action. Looking to the outside, and I think that's Skylar Bell. And he's injured. He doesn't look injured. He just looks pissed off. That's going to stop the clock for the Huskies, which is good news, but no yards on that first play. Look at the guys in the press box up there at the Sun Bowl. Epic scene here. Epic finish ready. Trips to the right for the Huskies. Fagnano drops back. Pressure from Florida Atlantic, and he's going backwards. 3rd and 17. Big sack for Florida Atlantic. And the Owls are feeling good after that one. It's CJ Doggett again. What a name. Doggett. Dogging it. Dogging the Huskies. Dogging the Dogs. And the Sun Bowl rises for this 3rd and 17. UConn's got a long way to go to keep their hopes alive. And they run the football. All this hype, all this build-up for a big play where you need to get probably 10 yards or so to give yourself a chance on 4th down. And for lack of a better way they put it, they fucking run the ball? Come on! What is that logic? Just wanted to see a fair finish here. They need 17 yards. Oh, and he had him! Oh, man! Fagnano had him. And there's a very small chance the Huskies can pull this one out now. It is all Florida Atlantic to win this. All that time out. It would seem if this goes UConn's way with 2 timeouts, do they have a chance? Timeout here keeps it at 150-ish. Oh, a pass! Oh my God, timeout, they lose yards. Imagine if you drop that. What are Florida Atlantic doing? Crazy. Alright, 3rd and 12, 151 to go. If UConn can get a stop here and force them to a field goal, maybe something else, we're going to get just enough time to maybe have a miracle in this game. Good decision to run the football, hang on to it. And it's going to be 4th and 13. That clock's going to run, though. We're going to get just over a minute to go when Florida Atlantic lines up for this kick. I don't know how long it's going to be, though. This is going to be the longest kick we've had in the playoff. 7-3. Another defensive battle. They may increase the minutes for the final to 6 at this rate. The kick is up for Florida Atlantic, and he drills it. That was going to be good from 55. Field goal for the Owls makes it 10-3. And as disappointing as it is for the Huskies fans, they are going to have a chance. 107. No timeouts, but a chance.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
He's going to take it out, and that was a terrible decision. Just take the touchback, man. What a terrible decision. And that is what's going to cost the Huskies, I would imagine. Minute 5 left. 90-something yards.
Looking to throw, it's
And that's a
Paso.
terrible decision, too. He's not even going to get out of bounds.
Makes the catch.
What is going on in this game? AI logic is proving to be rough to watch once again. A lot of time coming off the clock, UConn. Why are we not staring at the field? This is ridiculous. They just wasted 20 seconds. Well, it looks like it's going to be the Owls and the Monarchs in the final. That's not even a first down. Disappointing end to this. It was, I don't even care if Florida Atlantic wins. I'm still very excited for that final. It's going to be two fantastic options for Dynasty. But I just wish the Huskies gave more effort. This is ridiculous. They just had 2 plays in 45 seconds when they could have spiked it. They could have thrown it out of bounds. Got out of bounds. Not even going to pick it up there. And the clock's going to run out on their hopes. I'm just more disappointed in the lack of urgency from this Huskies team than I am the final, because let me just say this, the final is going to be epic here at the Sun Bowl. 2 tremendous options, the kids from Boca Raton versus the kids from Norfolk. UConn, I would like to say they're not done, but I know right now they're not going to do anything in those next 9 seconds. Yeah, celebrate all you want. Get excited. You should have done this a while ago. Watch the clock start to run, and we're watching the highlights. They're not even going to spike it, aren't they? Absolutely ridiculous. But ridiculous for UConn, celebratory for Florida Atlantic. And we are going to get a matchup of small conferences, per se. Alright, well, that's going to do it here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you that joined in on this stream tonight. The final is set. It is Old Dominion, and it is Florida Atlantic, the best jersey combination in this playoff, and a team that is growing on me with their 6'6" arm strength quarterback. It just seems like a very fun team to use with the big tight end, fast running back, all of the things you want to see from a low overall team. Star Beast, thank you for joining me from Canada. Enjoy your Marshall Dynasty. Enjoy everything you do on your end. Very interesting numbers here. Really favoring UConn for the most part, but yeah, some poor decision making cost the Huskies, and that's unfortunate. Fognano was good, but this is the team moving on. Caden Veltkamp, pocket passer, junior from Bowling Green, Kentucky. 6'6", and Jamari Sands. This dude is absolutely, this is the guy that would run this offense. He's a good receiver. He's shifty. Good runner too. And they don't have the best receiving core in the country, but they have this guy, Easton Messer, junior route artist out of Louisville, Kentucky. A couple of Kentucky kids leading the offense here, Messer and Veltkamp. I feel like Easton Messer is a very familiar name, but the name that I love the name from this team, CJ Doggett. This guy looks sick. The name is great. He got a couple of sacks in this one. And who was that tight end? Oh yeah, Jacavian Nonar. Holy. Nah, he's not. He's not a tight end, is he? It says he's 6'8", 315. There is no way that the one touchdown from the semifinal was from a right tackle. What? What? That is insane. Absolutely insane. There's no way. Alright, well, Florida Atlantic is growing on me. More and more, the Owls are just getting more. I'm getting more excited to see one of these teams move on, but let's open this up one more time. You know what? We're good. Alright. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining me tonight. College Football 26 content obviously underway on this channel. And we know who our Dynasty team is going to be. Well, it's going to be between two. And you'll get to see them Friday night at 8. Make sure you follow me on X. Follow me Follow my posts on my community page, all the good stuff, just to see when that stream begins. But I will see you then. You'll never walk alone.